Hello, my name is Sally Pinto, and I'm the Program Director for the Yonkers NORC, Neighborhood Naturally Occurring Retirement Community. We serve seniors 60 plus in Northeast Yonkers. We are under the auspices of WJCS and the Yonkers Office for the Aging. We also have a resource specialist and a nurse on staff. We conduct virtual programming in partnership with the Yonkers Public Library on a daily basis. Enjoy the program.
Thanks, Alexis. Thanks, C. Good morning, everyone. We are going to get started like usual here, sitting or standing up, nice and tall, shoulders rolling back. Okay, thinking of that length between the vertebrae here, starting with our chin tucks for 10. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now our head turns, staying nice and lengthened through the spine. Turn, center, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so block one, we're going to continue with the 10-minute warm-up. I've switched up two of the exercises here. And under suggestion of more core exercises, I revamped this routine a little bit to have some more core exercises. It should be a lot of fun. Just a little disclaimer, I am getting over COVID. I felt sick last week, and Thursday I finally realized I had COVID. It wasn't as crazy as it could be, but just if you see me taking a little rest and everything, that's why. So our first exercise, we're going to be on that 30-10, 5 exercises. We're maintaining with it either that seated cat-cow, okay, or you can go ahead and you can stand and place your hands on your chair here and advance it a little bit from this positioning here. Either way is fine. Let's get ready to begin in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead. I'm on the edge of my chair here if you're seated. And remember, you're not forcing anything. You're not trying to really force your body into positions it just doesn't want to go. But you are trying to, think of that exaggeration within the spinal curvature there, really trying to lengthen and extend and just really think of mobilizing the spine, right? We've been laying on our side, our back, or our stomach all night long. All right, relax from that one. We're going to all sit down from here. We're still going to go through our arc over and twist, still working on that spine mobilization. Ready? And begin. So these two exercises really help just waking up the spine, get that spinal cord fluid moving after resting. Looking over that back shoulder, feeling the muscles in the back of the rib cage kind of loosening up here as well. We have about 5 more seconds here. 2 and 1. Okay, next we're going into our 4-count cherry pickers. So you're either seated with your feet wider than your shoulder widths, out, middle, in, okay, or you can do this standing. Here we go. Out, middle, in, up, okay. This helps release the back and the back of the hamstrings in a standing position. It also helps strengthen the lower back and glutes here, okay? Because when you're coming on your way up in your return, you're thinking of squeezing those glutes, strengthening those glutes and tucking that pelvis at the top helps strengthen the lower back. And time, okay. Our next one we are going to do, this can be seated or standing, our T-fly with external rotation. Okay, so we're familiar with this one. I'm just throwing it into our warm up here. So seated or standing, if you're standing, tucking that pelvis, okay? So we're working on posture, We're working our back, the middle and upper back here, as well as shoulder, internal and external rotation. 2 and time. Okay, the last one we're going to do here is new. It's a figure 8 knee raise. This can be done seated too. You're going to pretend you're holding a ball here, okay? You're going to figure 8 over those knees, okay? You can do this seated. It's going to look the same seated, okay? So you're crossing over that lifting knee. Three, 2, and 1, okay? That's round 1. We have 2 more rounds just like that. So we're going back to, again, either seated cat-cow, or you can do that by bending over on your chair. Either way is fine here. Second round, I'm going to do the standing one. Remember, no forcing, but you're still trying to really just create the most length your body will allow in this movement. Tucking the chin in, arching the back, and then untucking and sagging the back. Trying to visualize those vertebrae moving, creating that movement. 2 and 1, okay? If you're standing, let's go ahead and take a seat. You're on the edge of your chair here. We're going to keep on working that spine by doing our thoracic arc over rotations here. Trying to look over that back shoulder. Feel that middle section or torso kind of getting looser and looser round for round here. Sitting up nice and tall, creating that length. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, back to 4 count cherry picker. So whether you're seated or standing, make sure those feet are outside the hips as we reach out, middle, and in, and stand back up. Here we go, we're reaching out. We're reaching middle, we're reaching in, and I squeeze the glutes to stand up. I love this exercise. I incorporate this one in just about every warm-up I do. 2 and 1. Okay, back to those T-flies with our internal and external rotation. You can do the seated or standing. Remember, if you're standing, you're kind of giving me this right here, right? You're squeezing up and under, okay? Out. Think promoting healthy posture and healthy shoulder mobility, okay? Nice extended warm up. And time, okay, last one in this circuit is that figure 8 with that knee raise. Remember, it's gonna look the same seated. You're just crossing over the knee here. All right, when you're ready. I like to give a nice exhale as my knee comes up. That helps draw the belly button back. Really get into your core here. You may feel that work in the arms too. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, that's round 2. We have one more round, just like that. Take your drinks as you need it, okay? Back to the top with our cat-cow. Final round here, seated or bending over on your chair. Arching and scooping. Last time through each exercise in this first block here. Last 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Coming to seated if you're standing at the edge of your chair. Last time through with our thoracic rotations with that arc over. Ready, begin. Exhale, twist, looking behind, twist. Ten more seconds here. Then we move on to our 4-count cherry pickers. 2 and 1. Okay, feet coming out wider than shoulder width apart. You can remain seated or you can come to standing. All right, I'll do it from a profile on round 3 here. So it's out, middle, in. And if you notice, my knees are not locked out when I'm bending forward. Keep a little natural bend in them. You do not have to touch the floor. You're going through your own range, wherever that is. And you might even notice round for round, you feel a little more loose. That's the goal here. 2 and 1. Good, all done with those. Okay, final round of our T-fly with internal and external rotation. Seated or standing. Remember, if you're standing, you're kind of doing one of these, okay? Here we go. And think of pulling those shoulder blades together. It's the pulling back, okay, where we're really trying to engage that muscle. Pull back right there. That's the squeeze, okay? There's 3, 2, and 1. Okay, final one. Figure 8 knee march, seated or standing. Okay, so we're swooping down over that knee that elevates. Okay, here we go. 2, 1. Exhale, right? That exhale is going to help draw that belly button back towards the spine. And you should really start to feel your lower abdominals work here. Good balance move, core move. Last 5 seconds. 2 and 1. Excellent. Okay, guys, that is our extended warm up. Our first block, we're going to go into a super set. Okay, it's going to be our 45-15 2 exercises. Okay, our first one, we're going back to alternating lunges. So our seated option is coming to the edge of your chair, scooping back slightly, holding onto your chair. You should feel that core engagement just from kind of leaning and scooping here, okay? And you're going to alternate that leg press, right? Through the heel of the foot, you're pushing something heavy away, okay? That is your chair option. Your standing option is your alternating lunge, okay? So remember, think of that 4 count. Out, down, drive up, back, and then the other leg, okay? So we're back to alternating legs here, okay? So that is exercise 1. Your second exercise is going to be, I'm going to use, this is just their ankle weights, but when it's together as one, this gives me a 4-pound weight. So I'm just using it as my weight. We're going to be doing your standing option. Okay, you can hold onto the back of your chair here, split stance, okay? So the arm that I'm working, that leg is back, okay? You can hold onto the chair here. I actually like to put my whole forearm onto it. I'm gonna row, kick back, and then bring it back. So still a 4 count, okay? So we're gonna do that on one side, and then we're gonna do it on the other. For your seating variation, you can just kind of lean here, rest on your leg here, okay? So my elbow's right here on my leg, row, kick back, bring it back, okay? So from the side, it kind of looks like this. See that? Row, kick back, bring it back. So standing or seated, either way is fine. Like usual, I'm gonna do round 1 seated, okay? So this is 45 seconds of work, 15-second recovery, upper body and lower body movements. So starting with our alternating lunges or our alternating seated leg press. Let's get ready and begin, okay? So remember, if you're seated with me, I'm on the edge of my seat, so I have a little room to sit back and scoop my core a little bit, okay? You're going to imagine that you're really creating that resistance. You're pushing something heavy away from you here, okay? That's going to give you more muscle tension. And I always feel my core when I'm doing these because of that scooped, hollowed out nature there. Kind of takes work to hold yourself in this position. Keeping your foot flexed helps you get into the quadricep more. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so now we're going to go into our bent over row, kick back combination on one side of the body. Remember, if you're standing, the arm that you're rowing with, that's the leg that's going to be stepping back, okay? All right, so here we go. And you can hold onto your chair for some balance if you like, or you can be seated with me. So remember, as you're pulling that elbow back, keeping it close to the rib cage, it stays close towards the body. I want you to think of those back muscles that wrap around the back of the rib cage there. That's your lat. That's what you're working when you do the row portion. When you do the kickback portion where you extend the elbow straight, that's your tricep. That area under the arm, the upper arm, that when we wave, we sometimes say, I don't like that tiny part right there. That's your tricep. 2 and 1, okay? We're gonna recover, get ready to do that movement on the other side. If you find at any point in time your weight starts to feel too heavy, you might wanna just do the row portion instead and remove the kickback, okay? Here we go, other side. Because the lat muscle that helps you pull that elbow back, that muscle is much bigger than our tricep muscle. So if your tricep starts to feel fatigued, just take that part of the exercise out and stick with your row. You'll probably find you can get some more reps in there. We're past halfway on this side. Then we're going to go into round 2 with either our alternating seated leg press or our alternating lunges. Last 5 seconds here. 2 and 1. Okay. Recover. We are going to either do our seated alternating leg presses, or I'm going to come to standing now. All right, I'm going to do my alternating lunges. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Remember, you're working the front leg when you're doing lunges. Okay. So keep that heel pressed into the ground and push it into the floor as you're coming back up to standing. Wherever your range in that lunges, do not feel like you need to get that knee all the way down towards the floor. Okay. Just focus on quality movement patterns at a tempo that works well for you. That's why we do it for time, so we can just do whatever rep amount is best, okay? All right, so here we go. We're gonna grab our weight, either seated or standing, right? I'm gonna take my forearm, I'm gonna place it on the back of my chair. I'm in a split stance. The arm that I'm rowing with, that leg is back. Okay, I'm gonna pull the elbow back, and then I'm gonna extend the arm straight and bring it back. Remember, we're working multiple muscle groups here. When we pull that weight up, we're working the back. When we kick the weight back and extend the arm straight, we're working the tricep. Remember, if at any point in time it feels, you feel discomfort, any kind of pain, either stop or try to just take it to just the row. Take the kick back out, okay? And time, all right? And the reason why is the lat muscle right here is much bigger than the tricep muscle right here, so it can handle a little more. Other side. All right, let's get ready. And We're gonna row, kick back. So I'm keeping that elbow close to the rib cage. It stays close to the body. Trying to keep that mind-muscle connection. Trying to stay present, thinking about the muscle groups that I am working. Good, we have 10 more seconds here, and then we are on our final round of this superset here. And time, okay. Going into our final set of either alternating seated leg press or alternating standing lunges. And you might be at a point where you're advanced and you don't need the chair, or you just need one hand on the chair. You do what's best for you. You might find that you have good balance and you can put your hands at your waist. But you know, the chair, it's reassuring to know that the chair is right there in case you just feel like you lose a little bit of balance there. Three, 2, and 1. Okay, all done with our lunges. We have one more round of row to kick back on each side. Grabbing our weight. Okay, if you're standing with me here, I'm placing my forearm on the back of the chair. That leg is back on the side of the arm that I'm working, keeping the elbow close to the body, pull it back, and then a kick back. So working back and tricep. Back and tricep. Five more seconds on this side. 2 and 1. Okay, recover. We're gonna even out and get the other side. Getting into that split stance position. Let's get ready in 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna pull back and then kick back. When I look back, I've been, into fitness for the better half of 20 plus years now. And things, when I look back, things I wish I knew when I was a beginner, that I was how important back training is, right? It's not necessarily the first thing you see, because when you look in the mirror, you're not looking at yourself from behind, really. But understanding in my fitness journey just how important it is to train the back, posture, and just because there's such a large muscle group, I try to instill that on the people that I teach now, and knowing that it's got good benefit to make sure you put emphasis on that muscle group. Okay, guys, so that is our second block. We are going back into a 30-10, similar to our warm-up. It's just going to be 4 exercises instead of 5. So instead of 10-minute block here, it's going to be an 8-minute. 8 seconds. It's an 8-minute. Yes. Okay, so we're going to be doing a new exercise. I'm excited for this one. Is yoga. I'm sure you're going to be familiar with this exercise here. It is a standing. I'm going to show you a seated variation to bird dog. Okay, so this is for our core. Okay, and this is going to also promote some lower back stability. So it's a chair supported bird dog. So you're going to take, let me see the best way to show this. Opposite hand and opposite leg are going to be working. Okay, I'm using the chair for a little bit of support here. Okay, And here's my stance. Maybe I'll do it this way here, okay? You can always move your chair.
Yeah, that's
opposite elbow and knee together. And I'm taking back. See that? And back. Okay, let me show you from the other side so you see my foot, what it does on the other side. Okay, so this is my left leg back and my right arm forward. My left arm is just kind of using the chair for some assistance here, okay? I'm going to exhale, knee to elbow, tap the toe back. Knee to elbow, tap the toe back. Knee to elbow, tap the toe back, okay? All right, so we're kind of getting that right here. Pretend I'm holding on to something there, right? Okay. Tap the toe back, okay? So we're going to be working the lower back as well as the core. Now our seated variation is going to look just a little bit different, but we're still going to do our opposite hand and knee. I'm extending that leg straight. Tap. Tap. Okay, so that's our seated variation for it, okay? We're doing that on one side for 30 seconds and then on the other. And then we're going to be doing our hinge pattern. Okay. I'm going to give you a couple options. Your finger, okay, you're about hip width apart, right? And you know our hinge here, okay? Promoting good lumbar support here. Okay, this is core strength through our lower back, okay? If this is uncomfortable with your arms, you can bring them across right here, okay? And for your seated variation, the only difference here is you're gonna give yourself a little more leg room so that your body can kind of lean forward. What I want you to do from the seated position is that you're not rounding, you're staying lengthened, right? So I'm keeping that length, okay, versus this. Do you see the difference there? We don't want that. We want to stay lengthened through and just hinge through the hips here, okay? All right, and then our last exercise is going to be a sumo squat, and I'm suggesting that you hold your weight, if you're using one, you don't have to use one here, up, okay? Because when you hold your weight up higher when you're doing squats and lunges and things like that, you get more of a core focus. When you're holding your weights lower, it's more of a grip focus, okay? So since I'm kind of theming this a little more core centric today, weight up here, all right? Feet are wider than my shoulder width apart, toes are out. This is gonna get into our glute medius here on the sides as well as our inner thighs. All right, we're gonna tap it down, drive it up. Okay, the knees stay out on either side. Now, if you're gonna be seated, we're going to do a left to leg extension and we're gonna alternate that pattern, okay? So there are actually 3 moves, but it's, you know, it's one side and then the other. So we're gonna go into our standing bird dog. Remember, it's opposite hand and opposite foot. Hold on to the side here. Okay, I'm gonna do the first round seated, okay? But opposite hand, so it's that opposite knee. You don't have to actually touch your knee to your elbow, right? But that's the general direction you're going, okay? All right, here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. So I'm doing the chair, so I'm extend. All right, so I'm doing chair version. My mom's doing standing. So if you're familiar with bird dog, you can see some similarity if you were on your hands and knees there and extending that arm and leg straight out, right? 2. For the other side, these are 30-second intervals. And ready, begin. But I didn't kind of just mess up there. Next, we're going to go into that hinge pattern. Ten more seconds here. 2, and 1. Let's get ready for our hinge next, okay? So in 3, 2, and 1, either your hands are behind your head or they're across your chest here. Remember, if you're seated with me, you're really keeping that length through the spine, okay? If you're standing, you're pushing those hips back, and we're keeping that neutral spine. Squeeze the glutes to lift you up, okay? We're working on lower back strength here and glute strength, which is all part of strong core, okay? And time, okay? Now our circuit is our sumo squat. So if you are going to use a weight, I'm recommending that you put it up high, okay? You're outside facing out, you're gonna lift and lower. I am doing the seated variation. Go back to the top. And 1, okay. So back to that either standing or seated bird dog. Remember, it's opposite hand. Okay, I'm long here, and then you're pulling that knee and elbow together. Exhale, extend, exhale, extend. Remember, use your breathing, those exhales as part of your ab work here, okay? And I get out. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, okay? So extending opposite arm and leg, okay? And then we're gonna bring it towards one another, knee and elbow. Exhale. Trying to draw that belly button back towards the spine when that knee and elbow come in. Three, 2, 1. Okay, we're going into our hinge pattern, okay? So again, hands behind the head or crossed in front, whatever feels good. I'm gonna hinge. I like doing a profile so you see squeeze right here as you're coming back up. Think of squeezing your glutes as what's lifting your head back up. Sometimes core work doesn't necessarily look like core work, but it is, okay? And here's an example right here. And time, okay? Sumo squats here, okay? So you're gonna use your weight here. Feet are wide outside your hips. You can chair tap here. All right, so see how my knees come out here, squeeze, all right? And I'm still, as I'm coming up, I'm still trying to push my feet into the floor, my heels into the floor to stand up. You're gonna feel a much stronger glute contraction when you think of that. You can tap your chair, or you can just go through your own range of motion, whatever feels better here. Or you're doing your lateral taps to leg extension. And time, okay? One more round through, okay? Chair supported bird dog or seated, okay? Opposite hand and foot. Here we go. Elbow to knee. Extend it back. So you have this extended range. It's almost like a half lunge. Remember that exhale, when you bring the knee and elbow together, that's going to work your core double time. And time. Whew, okay. Feeling those, yeah. Okay, hope you guys are too. Other side. Last time through with these. Here we go. Other side. Try not controlling the body. Remember, we're focused on quality movement. Nice strong exhale as the knee and elbow come together. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, all done with those. Last round of our hinges here. So either fingertips behind the head or across the body, seated or standing. Here we go. Squeeze the glutes to stand you up, right? Good, 5 more seconds. 2, and 1, okay. Final exercise before break is our sumo squat, okay? If you'd like to use your weight here, you're gonna hold it up high. My heels are outside my shoulders, right? Sink it down, press through the heels to squat, okay? You can use the chair for guidance, or you don't have to, okay? Whatever feels good here. Just notice my knees are going out from side to side, right? Squeeze on the way up. 2, and time. Okay, take a rest. Ooh, happy. Okay, we have 1 more to go through, guys, and it's back to a 45-15, 9 minutes long, and it is 3 exercises. Okay, so no, I'm sorry, it's 2 exercises. More core work and a little bit of conditioning. Standing, I'm going to show what it looks like standing first. So this is our stand, and I'm going to give you a couple options, okay? So you can hold on to your chair for some support if you want here, all right? Your first option is we're all on one side, okay? So you're just going to stay with, see that straight leg. You don't have to have your fingertips touch your toe, okay? But you're giving a kick. Kick. If that's too hard, come to, well, I guess that's the same as our what we just did. In my mind, that was a nice third option, but if you can, come to a straight leg here, okay? All right, revving up the challenge here. So your seated variation would be all on one side too, okay? And what I'd be doing here is kind of extending this leg straight. And you don't have to touch, okay? I just seem to have that mobility, okay? But you don't have to, nothing has to touch. Your fingertips don't have to touch your feet, okay? You're just lifting. We're looking for the core contraction. So don't think, oh, I need my leg up higher. I need to reach my foot. Focus on those core contraction, okay? Because this move's gonna look different for everyone. So, don't try to mimic what someone else, just search the feeling, okay? That, all right, you want to feel that core contraction, okay? And then our last one, just to get a little more hot, modified jumping jacks, seated or standing, okay? They get me every single time we do them. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna do our first one, seated here. So this is our straight leg. All right, reach, all on one side. This is 45 seconds. So take, remember, quality over quantity, okay? Ready and begin, okay? So, all right, so still getting a total body workout in today, putting some emphasis on abdominal and core work. Remember, you're breathing, that exhale, that's really important, okay? I know sometimes the breathing can get confusing with exercises. Hopefully with these ones, it's not so bad. Three, 2, and 1. Whew, okay. Feeling that. Okay, we're gonna get ready to do the other side. I can't tell if it's my post-COVID making me so hot or if it's the workout. Mom, you
I'm
guys,
hot.
it's my mom's hot. So
I don't sweat.
here we go, other side. All right, Sarah, lift. Ready. All right, you do not have to make yours look like mine, okay? You're searching for this contraction right there, okay? Get a lot of lower abdominals and your strength, your hip flexor along the way too. All right. This is kind of like the reverse movement of our bird dog. Almost there, 5 seconds. 2, and time, okay? Oi. Okay, get your drinks if you need it. We do have jumping jacks next, okay? All right, so seated jumping jacks or standing, okay? And also this way, or if you'd like to do a seal jack, you can choose there too. Here we go. And if you're advanced, you might throw a couple regulars in, just an option. Almost there. 5 seconds. 2 and 1. Oh man, that's round 1. Take your extra rest if you need it, okay? I'm feeling it. Start a little late, stop a little early. It's okay. Top of round 2. All right. So, okay. Going at a pace that's comfortable for you. You can even slow it down here. I'm going to feel that contraction each time. Whew. Remember that breathing. 2 and time, okay? Very high here. All right. Third floor situations. All right, it's nice and hot. Okay, other side, guys. Here we go. My chair to this side. So it's right here, right there that I'm trying to search for it. And if your hand and foot don't reach, if your leg doesn't want to go that high, that's okay. You're focused on this contraction and that exhale as it comes up. Feel this really well in the seated variation too. There's really not much difference. I think the biggest difference is that this standing leg just doesn't get the same work as it does standing variation. And time, okay. Back to those jumping jacks, okay? So modified jumping jacks here. Seated or standing, okay? 3, 2, and 1. You can add some regulars only if you want to, not necessary. I haven't been moving this much this week for obvious reasons, so I just want to add a couple regular ones in as I'm starting to feel like myself again. Ten more seconds. 5, 3, 2, and 1. One more time through, guys. All right. If you need a little extra rest and recovery, just take it. Take a drink. All right. The contralateral leg kick. Here we go. Seated or standing. Working on that abdominal crunch here. Getting into the obliques by using our opposite-handed foot. And we're also strengthening the hip flexor. Feel burdensome. Having stronger hip flexors can help lift that knee up. All right, lift that leg up. Get strong. Exhale. All right. 3, 2, and 1. Hold on that side. One more side to go. And in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Remember, this isn't gonna on everyone. And that's okay, it doesn't need to. It's the focus of that control. We just passed halfway. Last 10 seconds. 2, and 1. Okay. I'm working my mom hard today. I can hear in the back. Okay, these jumping jacks are the last one here. And we are going to stretch out after this, okay? Again, take your extra breaks as you need. All right, listen to your body. Here we go. We're almost done. Pass halfway. That's it. 10 seconds and we stretch. Three, 2, and time. Woo, we did it. Okay. So relax here. Get yourself a drink. All right, we're just going to do a few chair stretches before we get on with our day here. I hope you felt your core with those exercises. I really do. I felt mine pretty good. Let me know if you have any questions about engagement or breathing or anything like that. I'll help you as much as I can. Let's start with our figure 4 stretch, okay? So coming into that cross-leg position, okay? And you're gonna flex your foot. If this is really hard, you can see if you can cross your leg like this, okay? If maybe this is too much intensity, okay? But from here or here, we're just leaning forward slightly and trying to feel that stretch through the outside of this hip right through here. I'm trying to keep my spine nice and straight. I'm not really rounding over it per se. Okay, so it's not a huge range of motion. I'm trying to stay along the spine. And breathe. Good. And then from here, let's go ahead and take that leg that we just stretched and let's just flex and point for 10 for the heel. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now if you can, lift the leg up and circle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Same thing on the other side now. So our figure 4, keeping this foot. Let's just do a cross leg like this, okay? From here, we're keeping the spine and long as we just hinge forward through the hips. So think of keeping your spine, your torso up. Okay, it's a small range of motion, and you're going to feel that through the outside hip here. Okay, breathe. And then gently come out of that. We're going to extend this leg long. You can put your heel on the floor. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now if you can, lift that leg up off the floor and circle 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. From here, let's go ahead and okay, so you can do this from your chair. If you want to stand, you can do that too. All right. If you want from here, make this a little more yoga-esque. You're going to grab your elbows, your opposite elbow with your hand, and just kind of let gravity pull your spine down here, okay? Just feel the lengthening through the vertebrae. If you're comfortable here, you can even just gently sway back and forth. But if you feel like you're going to lose your balance or be unsteady, just stay still, okay? And then from here, go ahead and undo your hands and very slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Rolling those shoulders back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Neck and trap. We're going to press and pull. Breathe. Back to center. Other side. Press and pull. And breathe. And back to center. Okay, then we're just going to inhale it up. Palms together, hands to heart. Exhale, and one more time. Inhale up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Okay, thank you guys for coming today.
Hi, everyone. This is Z from Yonkers Public Library. Thanks so much to Sally Pinto and Alexis from Newark. Thank you to our community partners, WJCS, the City of Yonkers Office for the Aging, Friends of Crestwood Library, and Yonkers Public Library for making this phenomenal partnership. And we thank each and every one of you for being part of our wellness community. Be well, stay well.